Welcome everyone! We are the Grin brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Sly Cooper, or Sly Raccoon, or just Sly.
Hey, I'm here. I do stuff occasionally.
For a second I was worried I was going to drown in it.
That would have been very funny.
No, no swimming animation.
No, because you don't swim. It's like a puddle, Liam. Oh, there's
That is
something in that
grass.
window. Go break it.
Okay.
It's a horseshoe.
Eating that.
Yeah, Pokemon. This is basically all I've done.
Yeah,
really.
I'm back to playing, so Raphie needs to.
Sly, you can adjust the game camera using the right analog stick.
Well, it's still top down. Didn't want it top down. Oh, I see a stage there.
Bit late to give us that advice, Bentley. Kind of already done it.
Well, you've done this one.
No, the
Oh.
advice about changing the camera angle.
Strange. How do I get up there?
Who knows? Jumping. So. Can you not jump on the pipes?
Don't think so. Sly doesn't seem to go under pipes very well.
Seems to gravitate off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He grabs onto ledges well, but anything that's smooth, and he's like, nope.
the other day we had been talking about rivals and such.
And you constantly keep reiterating that apparently you think Barry's a jerk.
Barry's-
What gave you that idea?
Barry's the biggest douchebag of them all. Did he throw snot at you?
I think so. Oh, there we go.
Okay. There was a level right next to you.
Yeah, but I was annoyed and wanted to do this one.
Okay.
Sly,
what the-
see that machine wheel? If my
Yes.
knowledge
Yeah, I
of
had to
mechanics
zoom in on it,
serves
apparently.
me right, applying significant rotational torque to achieve maximum velocity will yield a positive result.
Explaining really simple things in an overly scientific manner trope!
What I just said.
Amazing. Run on it.
Yeah, a few times.
No, violence isn't always the answer. We're in a stuff game. Unless you ask Hugh, well, violence is always the answer. Because you got
Oh, come on, what's the point of having it only open one way?
So, what's dawned upon me? Barry's a douche. Don't really care.
Also, best rival. Also, your friend. He's the last. He's the last competitive friendly rival. Actually, he's the only competitive. Well,
No.
Gary's actually a friendly rival, but
So playing through Black 2, Hugh's actually a really nice guy.
well, yeah, he is, but he's not good.
No,
Unlike Barry.
he's not competent.
That's why I said competitive.
But he's like a really friendly guy, all things considered. Like, he's always encouraging you to do your Pokédex and get stronger and stuff. Like, even if part of it is because he wants you to help him. But, like, he's really friendly about things and always encouraging you to do your best. I'm like, wow, that's really nice, considering you punch someone in the face. Which is still my favourite scene in the entire
I mean, it's what he lives for. It's his only worthwhile scene, really, but
Yeah, the guy's terrible.
because his Pokemon team sucks.
But he's really nice, you know, which is nice. Also, I forgot the memory system was a thing in those games.
Yeah, I can't remember actually incorporating it, which is a shame because it would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, did that screw over Maryland in his Nuzlocke.
How come?
Because it meant that Ends Pokemon could sometimes be encountered.
Oh,
So he encountered a level 30 Dominion
yeah.
in the resort desert. It killed one of his Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, you can just break that. Okay. Yeah, so, whilst we were talking about rivals, we talked about quite possibly the worst rivals to ever have existed, Brendan/May.
Yep, they are awful.
And you made comment about, well, we both noted it, how in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire they push the shipping a lot. Talked about how not many people really talk about any of the ships that actually have, you know, an emphasis on them. People just like to make their own ships.
That tends to be the case.
And you mentioned about Yancy and Curtis. with the X-Transceiver side quest.
Yes.
And how no one ever speaks about it.
Yeah,
Why no one ever speaks about it.
No one's aware of it?
Because it is a nightmare to do. Jesus Christ, they went out of their way to make it hard for you.
I'm not sure how to do this stuff up here.
There's a way to get on top of it. So it might be later in the level, you backtrack a bit.
Maybe. Oh.
Or you go up here.
I'm glad you only have to press it for this.
Yeah.
Not hold it down.
Yeah, literally all you do is proceed, yeah. So the way the quest works is... if you're a female character, it's Curtis that you basically encounter. If you're a male, it's Yancy.
Yeah.
But you find in Nimbasa City, you can find a dropped item, which is a dropped X-Transceiver. And then you get a phone call from the respective character saying that they can't pick it up yet, but they'll find time to do it at some point. So you have to trigger a certain number of phone calls before you're able to speak to them and get them to pick it up. That's a douche move.
That is a real douche move.
So you effectively can trigger one on each of the routes and cities you encounter after Nimbasa City, and one in Nimbasa City. You have to trigger 10 of them, and they only activate when you stand on a single tile in that route.
Really?
Or city. Yep. And a lot of
I must
them...
admit, it's really smooth. The hook mechanic.
The hook mechanic is actually really well done.
Yeah, and it's. I thought it'd be somewhat tricky because of the button placement, but as in the separate buttons. But no, it's really, really smooth.
Yes.
I mean, I feel that you could do it even better with having it as a shoulder button, because then you've got your thumb free. But the movement is like the delay movement is like barely anything.
Yeah.
It takes barely even a second. Like I feel if they put it on triangle, it'd be you'd have to think.
Yeah, triangle would be an odd placement for it. That's why they didn't put it on triangle.
Yeah.
Those guys have a weird delay to their attack as well that I'm not a fan of. But yeah, so for example in Nimbasa City you have to go behind a building to a specific tile.
Oh, for once he's actually grabbed onto pipes!
And there's nothing else behind this building. There's no reason to go down it. And it's like a free wide path, so you have to find which tile triggers it. And it's stuff like that. Like, more often than not, it's out of your way, just in random spots. If you didn't look it up, you'd probably never figure out what's going on. Because you literally have to walk.
I have to use this walk mechanic. Yeah,
Makes
gosh,
sense.
that explains why.
Like, you'd literally have to walk on every tile and every route to try and trigger it. Then eventually meet up with them. And then...
This frog employs a lot of beavers. Good for the diversity of your workforce.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only employed nothing but beavers, but
yeah, I was gonna say it's just.
But he wasn't. There was no nepotism here, clearly.
Yes.
Unless he's actually in part related to beavers.
Wait, there's more bottles behind the rocks. Turn around, break the rocks.
The other rocks, okay.
And there's a bottle.
No, I'm looking about because the switch there, powers the thing I need to, but there's a spotlight.
Oh yeah. You probably have to power it up to be able to get out.
That's strange. I thought I changed this, but no, down is moving it up.
Oh. How weird. But yeah, so the reason you do the side quest is because at the end, when you phone them up, they'll let you trade with them. And they'll trade you Pokemon that you can't normally catch, and they have their hidden abilities, which is pretty cool.
I guess I've got to risk it. Let's just make sure it moves away first.
You just got to do it a bit at a time. But yeah, you have to call them a total of 51 times after you receive their actual number.
There we go.
But, guess what?
What?
Can't just phone them up whenever you want.
Ooh.
On all the routes where you have to stand on like a specific tile to call them, there's like a total of 12 routes.
These spotlights need to be clearer.
Yeah,
they are so faint. Could be the brightness settings of my TV, but
there's a total of like 12 areas where you can potentially call them, and each time you successfully call them, it'll randomise what area you have to break that, and you'll be able to turn off the spotlights.
okay.
Each time you call them, it'll randomise what area it's at again.
Oh wow, that was easy.
So in effect,
So we just did the hardest one first, from the seams of it.
seems that way. You have to run between these 12 different areas repeatedly, phoning one person a total of like 51 times until eventually you can trade.
Mm.
And it builds up like the relation and character and stuff between the two of them.
Yeah, your character, of course, silent in almost every exchange because you know that's typical. Don't you eventually get to go with them on the Ferris wheel? Yeah.
And then you can trade Pokemon.
You know, much like you did with N and that one random hiker guy who just talks to you.
There's a lot of characters you go on Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
There's one for each season. And each version, I think, had different people. Or at least one different person. And in Black 2, White 2, one of them actually... The clerk that you could go on the Ferris wheel with... I think it's a clerk anyway. She's a clerk in Black 2, White 2. She reappears and you can go on the wheel with her.
Yeah.
And she's pregnant, having a kid. It's a nice little story arc. So
there's a lot of little cool touches like that. My favourite thing introduced... I'm not sure which my favourite thing with Black White 2 would be. The Joint Avenue or the PokeStar Studio. They're both really cool features.
I like the movies. I liked making movies. It was a lot of fun. Definitely more enjoyable than most of the attempts people have made.
My problem was kind of the placement of it. Like, they placed it in an area you have to surf, you know, you have to get a boat back to. I mean, what isn't a problem when you get fly, but as in...
Yeah, it's
kind of annoying that it, you know, it's so segmented off.
Forget about becoming a master thief. You'll be a master dartboard.
Wait a second. What if I jumped into that barrel for protection?
I don't know.
What if I just throw the barrel at the turret?
Why not just...
Only one way to find out.
He's a raccoon! I don't think sanitary's a problem with him.
Why not just jump over the rug? Or throw something at the dart?
You're a platformer! Platform!
I feel like there's a lot of ways around this. I think you just keep walking. Yeah. Amazing.
I'm so glad you got that triangle thing.
Yeah, it's quite useful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the dart's magic thing. Oh, you can break it. So you could have literally just thrown a book at those things and they'd have exploded violently. But yeah, I think the reason no one talks about Yancy and Curtis is on account of it being
Just trying to sort the camera out. There.
nigh impossible to actually get the character interactions.
Okay.
Unless you go out your way. But I like the characters. I like Yancy.
Ah. I think we're supposed to grab that barrel. Yeah, I have a feeling we're supposed to take the barrel with us. Okay.
Alright. Why does he tiptoe in the barrel? That's a Tommy gun. A Tommy gun that shoots darts.
So good. I bet if you stayed still inside the barrel, the guard won't be able to see you, even if he shines his flashlight on you.
Really?
Yeah, they're incompetent. You see, I can't remember. I didn't even catch the villain's name. LaFrog.
Rayleigh.
What?
His name's Rayleigh.
Okay.
He didn't even hurt you.
Yeah, didn't.
His projectile did nothing.
He's really into, you know, these diversity hires, so he hired blind guards.
Well, the guard...
Partially
I
sighted
don't know what the
guards.
guard is. It looks like some sort of dark
I think he's a
Cthulhu
squid.
monster.
I think he's supposed to be a squid.
The old gods have come through.
think Inklings in general improve the reception of squids to most people, though.
Probably, but I like the idea of the old ones. Triangle to dive. I don't know why it came up with that hint. Just kill a guy. Second. Everything dies in one hit, you and enemies, so really, you might as well just commit to murder at this point.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, not a ground pound.
No, it's not.
I'm so used to most games where you plummet the moment you do an air attack.
Yeah, which never really made sense to me. It's like, cool, aerial combat. Now you want to be on the ground, don't you? No, there's a reason I jumped. I want to be in the air, to the skies with you. I think you're gonna come back over that way.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Back in your barrel. It's not like... Why have a barrel that doesn't have a lid or a bottom?
Yeah, it seems kind of useless.
Yeah. It seems like it's specifically designed to... It's specifically designed to stop the one thing that you've got defending your building. That was close. Do you think you could just use the dive attack to dive across and break it before it hits you?
Oh, no. Isn't close far enough. But
you got on the other side anyway.
Yeah.
Figure it was worth trying out. Also, I'm not going to question how the globe darts work.
Okay. Do you reckon I'll need the barrel for here as well?
Doubt it. Okay. Oh, apparently you do.
Yep.
Amazing.
They have carpet on the weirdly elevated floor.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a very functioning house.
No. I mean, it's a frog. He probably hops everywhere, though.
Yeah, but...
If I'm being stereotypical.
If
So I don't think there'd be much good of a frog who doesn't hop.
What if it just walks? Frogs can do that, you know.
Well, we're at our checkpoint and we're like almost 20 minutes in, so let's end the episode here.
Alright, bye.
Cheers, everyone! You did finish talking about your that weird Yancy Pokemon stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What's weird about it?
No, I mean, just, well, the difficulty in getting to it. Oh, it's the only Pokemon shipping you kind of actively engage in yourself, rather than the game.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way to
Yeah.
find love.
Yeah.
And even then, I think...
It's an optional dating sim aspect.
I guess. Well, you can't choose the wrong option.